Okay, ma'am. So we'll cover a little bit for the upcoming nutritionist and how your journey has been and all of it. So if you want to just start with, if you can walk us through what your journey was since you started out and now say you're a successful person in this field, how can one take that journey? How your experience has been?
These days there are so many courses. Anybody and everybody can become a nutritionist. It's no big deal. Even Google can make you a nutritionist yourself. There's no debate there. But what makes me different from everybody else is I have gone through a transformation myself. So I can really relate to people who come to me and tell me that Prachi, I can't do without sugar, because I have been through it and I have done everything that I could, put myself into that routine. So that is when, if I can do something, only then I can preach somebody or advise somebody to do it. If I give them an impractical diet, which is great, which is low calorie, which is going to make them lose weight and it's scientifically proven, but if it's not practical, it doesn't work. So first, when you are an aspiring nutritionist or a dietitian, whatever, make yourself fall into that routine that you want your client to be, because that is going to be a huge game changer in terms of your client looking at yourself. You are an influence to them. You're not just somebody who's preaching or consulting. You follow what you preach. So that is number one. So I was just out of school, first year of college, and I started working on myself. And that's when I chose this field, because it led me into it. And that's when I chose this field to learn into. So yes, do it yourself. Put yourself into that rigid routine, feel all the difficulties, get out with an answer, and then, you empathize with somebody who's sitting in front of you. That's something that really made a huge difference in my career. And work very, very, very hard. Food and nutrition is a field which evolves every day. So you need to be updated, you need to read, you need to research, you need to keep doing a lot of trials and errors with yourself, so that you can keep your clients and your patients happy in terms of eating, and completely making them unlearn the complications of diet. Because even today people come to me with a mindset कि ये तो मुझे डाइट पे रखने वाली है, so I can't eat anything. So today I've had people who tell me, today I'll eat everything, I'll start from tomorrow. So I don't want them like that. I want them to understand that a diet means what you eat. A diet does not mean restriction. So that is something that every nutritionist should understand, so they can make the other person more comfortable in this whole arrangement. That is when the person or your patient or your client is willing and happy. If you're happy doing something, it's a cakewalk.
And if you can share, like, if I am coming to you, how would my journey with you be like a lot of nutritionists, like from day one, they don't know how to do the entire process of client onboarding or consulting and then closing the client. How does that work?
So first step is we get either we meet you, or if you are not in the same city or anything, we virtually connect with you, and we completely understand the core of your concern, that what you want to do. You might have, say, you want to be more athletic, as you said. So then that is our core. Plus, with that, what are the peripheral things which is going to lead you into that particular thing? So, particular goal. So that is number one. We understand the core of your concern. After that, we go through an entire process of nutritional assessment. So we assess your whole history, we assess your whole regular day, how it looks like, what you eat, how frequently do you go out, like inside out of your body and your day. So that will give us more insights into what you're doing currently. If we understand that, only then I can counsel you into what you need to modify into this. And when we talk about modify, I'm not using the word change, I'm using modify, because we start with baby steps. If I tell you work out 6 days in a week, follow a 1200 calorie diet, sleep at 10 p.m., drink 4 liters of water, you will disappear. You will not meet me. You will disappear. You'll run away. So we start with baby steps into what are the parallels that you need to focus, and then we counsel you into mental health, physical fitness, and food psychology, and not only how you look. So a lot more into body composition, fat percentage, muscle mass, body hydration levels, bone density, hormonal levels, and we completely ignore your weight. We don't check your weight at all.
And ideally, what are the program sizes? Like you work with them for 3 months, 6 months, or how does?
Yeah, so we start with a minimum of 3 months because a few days or a month is a too short time for a person to understand and also a body to react. So we start with a minimum of 3 months, and then depending on the results and goals, we continue further. But we also have a short program of 15 days which focuses on gut reset. So that's a short 15-day program where we focus on cleansing the gut. That's solely for it.
And who should do this gut reset? Everyone.
If you have a gut, you should do it. Everyone should do it. So anybody who gets onto a program, if they want to work on their weight, diabetes, PCOS, athletic performances, anything, I make them start with a 15-day gut program, because out of nowhere, a random routine, I can't put you onto a diet which is going to give you results, because your tummy is not going to give you that result. So first we clean the gut, we make it an optimizing medium where it can just soak in all the nutrients, and then you go on with the core concern as we focused on to. Yeah.
Lastly, if we talk on a different tangent, how has making content, being active on social media helped your practice in general?
I don't know what to say. Even today, I struggle making content because it's such a wholesome thing that you need to put in everything that you get. But through social media, these small and quick info that people get, which has worked both ways, good and bad, because we see a lot of influencers put random stuff which is not great, and then your client comes to you saying, oh, she told me this and this is I want to do it as well. They do some Pilates pose and they are like, oh, I want to do that. So these short informations that really helps, because people's attention is too less, that retention rate is too less. So quick bites with authentic quick tips really helps, and that instills a lot of trust of people into me and my team. So that has really helped us get in more people to our community, where we want them to have a more sustainable, healthy lifestyle.
Okay, ma'am. So one last thing, if say any of our viewers wants to get in touch with you and take this conversation forward, how can they do that?
They can just log on to my website, which is www.shahprachi.com, or they can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is shahprachi.